Hello everyone, this is Clara here. I want to show you basically what is going on or why you're doing what you're doing when you're sewing a text block together or want to sew a text block together. There are many tutorials out there by, for example, Sea Lemon and NikTheBooksmith and many other ladies showing you how to sew the text block. And I learned a lot from that, and that's how I was able to make this, to learn this new skill because of those tutorials. But what I struggled with a lot was understanding exactly where the thread was passing, what was exactly going on, and I'm going to show you that today. So this is a notebook, I would say, that I made for my daughter. It's got over 400 pages back to front. And yeah, so I sewed this text block, this part here, using this method. And I used this thread here, this for jeans. I think it's, I forgot the name now. I think it's 30 or something. I don't know. I found it on Amazon after a long search trying to find the right thread, but I found it. This is it. But for this one, we're going to use this wax thread because it's thicker. And you can see it better if on video rather than this very light colored thread. And I've already punched the holes for to sew this. And so this is just basically showing you what's going on when you're sewing a text block together. That's for the ones who haven't tried. This is for the ones who have seen those videos and said, I don't understand. I don't want to even start doing this. I don't even try. You can do it. It's not as complicated as it looks. And yes, you'll be able to do it. So the first thing is we're going through the first station, and we're going to do this really slowly. So through the first station, and every time I sew, I'm going to pause and let you see what it looks like. So bottom station into the signature here, right? That's what we have at the first, and then out through the second station towards you. And then you have to leave a tail, because when you're done sewing this first signature, you're going to need to tie it. And I'm just using one paper just for the sake of the tutorial. Otherwise, I would have had 2 or 3 or 4 in there. But I'm just using one and calling it a signature. So we've gone through the first one. This is what it looks like inside. And we've come out there. Then we're going into the middle one. This thread is, I think, unnecessarily long, but it is what it is. And out through here and towards you again. So this is it. This is what you have so far. You have the tail, you have this out here, and you have the these threads passing through here. Then you go in, if you can find it. Gosh, Clara. So in through there, pull the thread through, and then you go back into this hole here. And I'm not doing this as tightly or as you're supposed to, because I just want to show you what's going on. So this is what you have. You've gone in, out, and you've gone in and out, and you're going to go in here now into this same hole. And out through here. So this is a video for the beginners who have never sewn a text block before. So we've gone in, out, in, in, out, oops, in, through here, out, in, through here, and then out. So we've just gone boom, 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 out, in, out. Now when you reach here, if you were sewing, if you were sewing a real text block for real now, you have to make sure these are all tight, nice and tight. But I don't do that here because I want to show you what's going on. So what you do is you will tie this. Not, you can tie it. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you tie it actually. But make sure also you don't pull too much because you don't want to tear your paper. So I'm going to tie this like so. All right, and you've tied it. This is what happens with your first signature. The rest are different. So you take your second signature, and by the way, make sure when you poke the holes using your template or whatever it is, make sure you mark where was the top, where you punch the top going down to the bottom. So I've marked, this is my top, and I always lay my signatures this way, one on top of the other, because it really matters, so they can match up the holes properly. Then you take your second signature. Where's my needle? Here. Take the second signature, you ended up down here, you'll start down here. So you put this in, just like you did the first signature, put it in. And I'm pulling this unnecessarily long thread through for some reason. And then go out from the second station here. Oops. Pull the thread. So this is what's happened. You have joined the first signature with the second one. You tied it here, you put into the second signature, into it here, and then out here. So take it out. This is where now things are going to really matter. And I know it's very loose. Don't sew like this, but it's loose because I have to show you what's happening. So do you see this thread here? You're going to put this curved needle into this thread here. Go down. Let me pull this thread. And then you're going to go back through this other one. So you're going to put it through these two threads. Not threads, but these parts rather. Not thread. English. Circling the drain. So this is what you have here. I want you to understand this. See? Let's not lose the needle now. So you've come out through here, and you've gone and looped like this around, so that when you tighten this, this is what you have. You are binding this first signature to the second one by doing this. So you've gone under this thread here, this part of the thread, looped it around where the hole is and through this one, and then you go back into the same hole that you came out from, which I'm going to do right now. So you see what this is? You've looped it around here. This is what's going on. This is what you're doing. And because of this, you're gonna pull it snug, not too tight, not too hard. Don't tear the paper, because you've looped it around and it cannot come out anymore. And then you pull tight, nicely, going through here, because you're in the signature. Pull it out towards you, and you do the same thing again. Put my finger in here. You'll go like this in here, right? Like so. See where the hole is? You've gone under this thread here. And when you're sewing from, I call this the bottom, to this way, you're going to be looping always like this way. You're going to be looping this way towards the direction that you're going in. So you loop through here, and then you loop through here again. And then you have this situation here again. And then you go back into the same hole. And I will post the links to the videos where I learned this bookbinding stitch, most importantly from NikTheBooksmith. Pull. She's a great teacher. And this is what we have here. See? It has looped under. Oh. And then you pull it snug. Not in this case, though. I'm not doing that now. Because I have to show you. Then out. What's happening here? Out. Go through here. I hope this video will be useful to somebody. So you've gone through here, at least even one person maybe, and up through here. See, this is what we're doing. And through the same hole again. And this is what you're doing. See? You're making these loops to bind signatures to one another. This is what it is. This is what you're doing. This is why you're doing what you're doing. Do you see? And then from the inside you come out You've reached the top, and here you only have one loop or one go around, because you only have this one here. So you go through this one here. Reinventing English here. See? Here, you don't have the other second thread here, but that's okay because you've reached the end. And what happens now is you take your signature, make sure it's the same side, take your third signature rather, and you've looped it around once. Let me show you again. See, you've looped it around once here. Let me show you again. You can have a look. And go in through the new signature at the top. Pull the thread. Right? So this is what we have here. Let me try and show you this. This is what we have. So in through that signature, come out. Oh gosh. Come out. And what happens here now is you're going to now just go one time. You're going to loop around this part. So here, in the direction that you're sewing. So you're sewing from top to bottom. You're going to go now that way. You're going to go down. And you're looping it around, not in between this one, obviously, because you have nothing to loop around here. As you can see, you're going to loop around this signature that came before here. Let me show you and put my fingers in between here. You're going to go this way. And then you're going to just pull, and this is what you have now here. Because you went around this one, and then you go back into the signature. Looks very messy, I know. Obviously I don't sew it this loosely, but just to demonstrate this this technique in an exaggerated manner. Come out. Come out, come out, come out. See, this is what you have now. That's what you're doing. You're just looping, coming out from the signature, looping around the previous signature. Do you see? Going around this way, back in. You're coming out, and then you are looping in the direction that you're sewing. You're looping again here. This way. Right? You see this? And you're going back into the signature. Out again. And then you're coming out and you're going around, not the signature you're sewing, but the one that came before. And you are looping around. Like so. Going back in. Oopsie. Again. Oh, sorry guys. Gosh. Out the last signature. What's this? Out the last signature. And looping it here. There'll be only, here we go. And we're out here. So this is what we have. And it goes on and on and on and on. So just to explain again, the first signature is you just sewing in and out, in and out, in and out, through, and come and tie here. So that's a different, what should I say? That's different. The second signature that you put is also a little different because you are having to sew from the second to the first one, going through these two, this one and this one. Then the third signature and on, you're just going to be looping like this, coming out, looping around the previous signature, going in. You're coming out, you're looping like this through, pulling, going through that signature, and you just go on and on like that. So they're like, I'll say there are three because when I learned that, I was saying, why is it I have to do something different here and different for the second signature and something different for the third? Yes, you do have to do that. That's how you will bind. But from the third signature on, it's the same thing. You repeat over and over, and you can stitch 100 signatures together if you know this. So let's take this. Let's just do the last one. I go in, binding it to the other one. And if you're gonna stitch it like how you're supposed to stitch it, you would be pushing, you'd be putting it down like this, coming out through here. I'm gonna show you this. And then you're going to loop towards the direction that you're going to. You're looping around the the third signature. It's just the same, you see? You're making this chain, like a chain link through here. And then out here. See, you're coming out here. And then you are looping around the previous signature here towards the direction you're sewing in. And then you go in. Out here. Through here. Back in. Out. And through the last signature is always like just the one thread here. And through. And you just go on and on and on and on, and you can just sew and sew and sew. So you just have to remember the first step, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, through, down, tie the knot. The second step or the second signature is going to be in through where you ended up, out and through these two. I call them two. It's the same thread, but I just call these two through these two. So you're going to go down through here and up through here. And then the third signature and on, is just out and loop through both of these together, back in. I hope my very, I don't know, shoddy tutorial type thing has made you understand why. Because for me, I have to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing so that I can do it well. If I don't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, or I don't exactly know why this is different and you have to do this here or this there, it's very difficult. But once you understand, once I understand, and I'm sure there are people like me out there too, once you understand what you're doing properly, then yeah, it's just uphill from there. So, and this is how you are binding the signatures together with these loops. I hope this was helpful to someone, and yes, I hope this inspires people to pick up this old tradition of bookbinding. It's really fun, it's really relaxing, it's something that you like to do, and yeah, then you can make your own notebooks or appreciate the work of others as I do. Appreciate all the ladies who make amazing notebooks on YouTube and on Instagram, etc. So thank you so much, and I appreciate everyone, and I will link the actual tutorials on how to sew these properly snug tight in the description box below. I hope I remember this time, and I hope to see you very soon, and thank you for watching. I hope this was that this will benefit some people, because this is nice when you once you learn how to do this and you can make something like this for yourself or for sale, you feel very happy yourself. And it's also basically therapeutic stitching signatures together, believe it or not. Thank you for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. If you haven't, please subscribe, please like. I have a lot of flip throughs of my journals and stuff below. Yeah, if you'd like, you can also look through those as well. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.